Tonight, Governor Brian Kemp is taking huge steps forward to reopening Georgia.
Now, with enhanced testing capacity and encouraging data, we are seeing a slow, careful transition to a new normal.
The governor announcing plans to reopen bars, amusement parks, schools, and more. This as coronavirus confirmed cases top 45,000. So far, nearly 2,000 Georgians have died from the virus. CBS 46's Carolyn Ryan live in Midtown breaking down the governor's plans. Carolyn.
Good evening, Rick. Aside from a brief spike in COVID cases in the middle of May, numbers in Georgia are trending down, and that is why Governor Kemp announced a slew of new reopenings today, including bars and nightclubs.
Numbers continue to look good. They looked even better today. Our hospital bed capacity continues to look good.
Good coronavirus numbers means Georgia is charging ahead towards reopening.
Starting June 1st, 2020, bars and nightclubs can decide to reopen.
They'll have to adhere to 39 new health and safety guidelines to operate. Among them,
screening workers for illness, limiting the number of people in the building to 25 people or 35% of total occupancy, requiring the facility to be thoroughly and regularly sanitized.
But reports of rowdy crowds at bars and restaurants over the Memorial Day weekend.
If it's too crowded, we ain't going in there. We ain't going in there if it's too crowded.
Raising questions about the consequences for reopening rule breakers.
We got to have somebody that calls us and complains about that. I don't know if that happened in that case or not, but I can assure you if they did, we would have responded to it.
The latest milestones in reopening Georgia come as state figures show a recent spike in COVID cases, which Kemp says is not what it seems.
We had a large dump of test results from a private sector vendor over the weekend. They had a big backlog, around 15,000 cases that tracked back to April.
Kemp's team insisting all benchmarks are tracking in the right direction in Georgia. Down.
And several other big takeaways from today's press conference. Starting June 1st, you can now gather in groups of 25. Summer school and overnight summer camps are now green-lighted as well. Starting June 12th, carnivals, water parks, amusement parks, and circuses can reopen. And the one thing that still is not allowed to reopen are live performance venues. And one other quick note, the governor did decide to renew the public health state of emergency today, and that will now go through July 12th. Live in Atlanta, Carolyn Ryan, CBS 46 News.